Hey, this is Rusty 78609 in Central Texas, USA. It's April the 5th, 4517 at 7:41 a.m. Central Standard Time. And it's 47 degrees outside, and the high today is supposed to be about 78 to 80, which is very nice. I redid my sign. The letters might be big enough now. I don't know. We'll find out. But having said that, what else? I got some PayPal stuff. Thumbs up. Thank you very much. And so that's working okay. And so if you want to contact me, it's Rusty, P.O. Box 1446, Kingsland, Texas 78639 by mail, or my PayPal account is Rusty78609 at yahoo.com, all one thing without any spaces. But anyway, what I was going to mention this morning was, first of all, I got my tent in. I got to go pick it up. And I got my car levelers in, the little things you you put under a wheel, and it's like three phases. You drive up to level your car. So I got that in, and the tent will be in, or the shade tent will be in on Thursday. So I'll have all three of my ingredients, and we'll see how it works in the back of the truck. But that's not what I want to talk about today. Today I was just going to touch on the comparison between a van build or van conversion and my 13-foot Scamp. Okay, and with the reason people do van builds primarily, well, one is it can be an inexpensive way to go camping or living, and two, you can put anything you want in it. Well, let's compare the two. Okay. In the van, of course, for me, if I had a van, I'd also have to have an RV, which I'd just probably keep this one if I had gone that route, which I didn't. But I did look at it very closely, and I came about that close to jumping in there and doing it. But I couldn't stand up in the van, and that was a big downside because, if I was going to do that, why not just continue to go camping in the Prius? Okay, so with the van, I couldn't stand up, but the upside of the van was you put in it just what you want. You get you one of those little buddy heaters and a little toilet of some kind, whichever kind you want, whether it's composting or whatever you want to do in the sack. And then you can rig up a shower with a spritzer or some kind of pump up sprayer and stuff, and a little single bed and a little cooler, some solar, and you're thumbs up, good to go. So how does that compare to the Scamp? All right, for the Scamp, as far as the conversion, to get a decent van and convert it, a decent van is going to cost you anywhere from $12,000 to $20,000. All right, and for me, I'd have to have a reliable one, so I'd probably be closer to the 20,000. But with a Scamp, the base model that I'm getting, of course, it's 13 feet long, but it has a 6'3" clearance on the inside, or height, so you can stand up, which is great. And also, I pretty much did a van build in the Scamp. By that I mean I didn't get a furnace, I didn't get a roof AC, I didn't get an awning. I did get the super fan that has like 10 speeds. It's got a remote. It's got a thermostat on it. I mean, it's really a neat fan. Now, you couldn't use that in Texas to stay cool in the summer, but you can in northern Arizona and northern New Mexico, and that's where I plan to go in the summer, so that should work pretty good. And then when I'm home, I'll put in a little 110 window AC, and be good to go. So that's how that's going to work out. But comparing the two cost-wise, for me, if I had a van, I'd still have to have this. So the cost there would be about the same as having a Scamp. Because if I have the Scamp, then I got to have a vehicle to tow it with. So, that's kind of a flip-flop there. And so I've done that. Now, the utility of the pickup, when I'm parked here, offers some advantages. When I go, if I need to haul something, obviously I can in the pickup, which I don't haul a lot, rarely actually. But And it's fairly economical. It looks like I'm going to get 22 plus miles to the gallon when I'm home, which is great. I mean, or good, very good. In fact, it's great for a pickup. You know, for any other car, it's probably below average. But anyway, for me, that'll work out fine. So right now, I'm looking real seriously. Obviously, I've already put down a deposit on a Scamp. And how does that process work? The process works like this: you put down a $500 deposit, and then they call you about a month before they're going to build your unit. In my case, it'll be in October, and because they'll start building it or put it in the mold in November, and be ready for me the end of November. And up to that point, up to that October point, you can cancel your order and receive a full refund. And the reason they'll do that full refund is because they're pretty well sold out. And when you drop out of line, somebody just drops right in. You know, somebody told me to get on a waiting list. Well, I am on a waiting list. I mean, you're automatically on a waiting list because as orders become available, they fill them. You know what I mean? And get going with that. But they're 8 months sold out at Scamp anyway. I don't know about at Casita they're 4 months sold out. And the reason they're 4 months sold out at Casita is not because uh, they don't have the manpower. They can't add any manpower. EPA regulations only allow them to emit so much of that fiberglass or whatever stuff into the atmosphere, and so they're limited by that. In fact, there have been years that they've had to pay fines. And another thing I'll mention too while I'm doing this video is one of the major differences between the Casita and the Scamp is the Casita has a full fiberglass ball. Even the floor is fiberglass, and they cover it with wood or whatever they do. And the Scamp doesn't. The Scamp comes around and ends, and it has a wooden floor like my RV pretty much, I think. I hope better. And so as far as long-term or lifetime on the flooring, it would have to go Advantage Casita, but Casita doesn't make a 13-foot unit anymore, and so that kind of ended that for me. But I'm going to look at a 13-footer on Saturday morning, and that will help make that choice for me. But again, comparing it to a van, man, the van build is a great idea and a great way to go for people that are mechanically inclined, that have tools, and know what they're doing, because that's what it takes. I'm not. Number one, I don't have the tools. Number two, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And number three, I don't want to do it. So I guess with those three strikes right there, we're out of that deal. And I am. But I am going to add solar to the Scamp. Now where, I don't know that I'll do a roof mount. What I think I'm going to do is get kind of a suitcase solar looking stuff or thing that's got about 200 watts. And then I'm going to get one of those, I can't remember what they're called, not AMP, but it's ASP or some kind of special battery for solar. They're about $200 for 200 amps because you want the amps on your solar to match the amps on your battery, and 200 amps will keep me going for 3 or 4 or 5 days, even if there was no sunlight, and so that'll be good. And I'm going to get all LED lights on the inside and outside, so we're good to go. But again, the van versus the Scamp, for me, Scamp has the advantage because it's built, number one. And even if I bought a used van for, say, let's just say I could find a decent one for $12,000, all right? Because for me, I'm 71 years old. It has to be very reliable because I can't I don't want breakdowns. You understand? So so let's just say assumption's the mother of all mistakes. But assuming I could find something that was $12,000, another $2,000 to build it out, I'm at 14. With the Scamp, it's 13. So we're basically the same numbers. So the dollars are the same. And as far as the extra vehicle, I have to have one anyway because if I had a van build, I'm not going to live in it full time. So I'd have to have an RV, which I've got, and I'm paying on it every month. So it's just trading dollars. That's all I'm doing, just trading dollars. And why do I, speaking of this fan funding or whatever you want to call it. The reason I do that is, I live on Social Security, actually. I mean, that's it. That's my 95% of my monthly income, and it's okay. I can live on that okay. I mean, I can eat good and do all right. I can buy decent food and I'm fine. But when it comes to going camping, whenever I'm traveling on the road in the Prius, it was about $200 a month because the gas mileage was so great. Because that's your biggest expense. In the you pull in the Scamp with the pickup, the 2017 Dodge Ram. if I get if I can get 18, which I think I might, then assuming that it may be 16, it could be down to 18, 19, 20. Who knows? I don't know. But assuming 18, then we're looking at about 300 or 350 a month, probably camping. The way I do, because I don't stay too long in a spot. But let's just say I start staying 3 or 4 days in each spot because I plan to do that. Because once I get set up, I'll just be there and let the solar do its thing. And then sometimes I may pull into a place that has electric called shore power and go ahead and charge the batteries doing that. Or actually, I could do that without solar and just go into an electric site every week and recharge the battery. And I'm thinking about that, but I don't know. I don't like to be obligated to that. But having said all that, guys, comparing a Scamp to a van build, for me, advantage Scamp. Okay, I'm sure I get a lot of feedback on that, but that's all right. Polish the diamond, guys. Polish the diamond. I got a new diamond coming up. My truck camping. We're going to see how that's going to work starting today. I'll do some videos later, and I'll check the mail. We may have mail call. We may not. I don't know. But anyway, for you guys that have sent me letters and PayPal stuff, thumbs up to you. I do appreciate it. And for those of you that want to support this channel, you can do it by mail at Rusty, P.O. Box 1446, Kingsland, Texas 78639. Or if you can read this on the bottom, I'm not sure if you can. I'm not sure how it's going to come through on the video. But my PayPal account is Rusty78609 at yahoo.com. And you're going to find out that my first name is really Floyd. Floyd. I never did like that name. That was my daddy's name. I was Floyd Jr., and I didn't like that either. And I could have been Floyd the Third. Okay, I had a brother older than I was, and my daddy, they didn't name him Junior. Why'd they do it to me? But anyway, Junior. And my last name is, I ain't going to tell you yet. You have to find out. If you do PayPal, you can find out because it tells you. But anyway. No, and it's a hard to spell last name. It's very uncommon, and you know, uh, God damn. Every time I tell somebody, they say, what is your name again?" Like they're gonna type it in a computer. You always have to spell it, always, because if you just say it, they never get it right. Okay, so I just whenever someone asks me my last name, I just spell it. Okay, I remember I knew a guy named Jerry Carish. And his last name was spelled Kryzch, pronounced Karish. Yeah, I thought I had a bad one till I met him. He had a worse one. But anyway, guys, it's a beautiful day in Central Texas. I'm fixing to go do my stretching and walking, and then later on I'll go to Walmart and see what I've got, and then I'll go check my mail. And if I get some stuff, well, we'll do some videos this afternoon. But anyway, again, thank you guys for the letters. Thank you guys for the PayPal stuff. And thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye, 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 USA, made when you can. And drink plenty of water. 3 quarts a day will not hurt you. You will pee like a racehorse or a 2 or 3 peckered possum, depending on the breed that you are. Take deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Why? It relieves stress. It really does. It helps. 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 And then stretch, walk. Walk around in your house. Just and stand up. Don't sit down so much. That's a big key, man. More people die from that probably than cigarette smoking. So anyway, guys, enjoy your day, and we'll talk some more later on. Adios, amigos. Yaksimash, Dobry, Vigate, Daj mi a pivo. Daj mi a pivo means buy me a beer in Czech, I think. Look at my hair sticking up. That's my antenna. That's how I get stuff downloaded to my brain when I'm doing the videos, that's where the script comes from. It comes through that antenna. Bye.